This is Wil.Daria, and we are with another episode of What's Working Now.
And we have our guest, Rose Hall, with us.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we are awesome on this spring winter day.
Yeah, right? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of spring this is, but we'll take it.
And greetings to all of you who will be watching the recording later tomorrow, next week, or whatever that time is when you come clashing into this thing. We want to give you the best that we have to offer, the best that's available out there so that you can get your business rocking.
So today our topic is Twitter basics.
Twitter.
Yeah.
You know that thing.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook these days, but a lot of people are in jail.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I'm in jail. How am I going to market? So came across some Twitter training and really didn't realize what was over there. I mean, Twitter is pretty cool, wouldn't you think?
It is pretty cool, and I think what kind of scares a lot of people from Twitter is the limitations. 144 characters.
Yeah.
Some of you are promoting businesses that got a lot more just in the name. But we're going to teach you the basics of how to utilize Twitter and how to make Twitter work for you. And we're also going to share with you the differences between Twitter and, let's say, Facebook, or Twitter and Instagram. There are some stark differences, but nevertheless, Twitter is a different beast. And it does offer you some clear-cut marketing advantages that are not available under any other social network marketing. So stay tuned. Hang on to your seats. It's not going to be a rough ride, but we're going to be moving really, really quick because, that 144 character limitation applies to how you go out there and market as well. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I just wanted to make that point because that's probably what sticks in everybody's mind. 144 characters. How am I going to promote? How am I going to make people connect? How are people going to resonate with me? How can I even use Twitter in what is called an attraction marketing with just 144 characters?
Yeah, that you stuck on that 144 characters. Yeah, that does bug me out about that platform, but it's pretty cool because it really makes you get to the point. What is it that you want to say? And then it's said, boom. You're interested or you're not. You're going to comment or you're not. Are you going to retweet it? You can.
Are you going to follow me?
Right. Are you going to follow me or not? So it's
and the answer is yes, 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 yes. And what are the things that you want to look at here is look at who uses Twitter. Unlike any other social media, who uses it? Politicians, athletes, very important people. So
franchises,
you name what franchises use Facebook and all the others, but you want to zero in on those important people because you got important people who have followings, and guess what? You can tap into that following.
Yeah, you can.
You can tap into that following. That is something that Facebook does not offer you. The other thing also, just so you know before we get into the basics, is if you have 2,000 followers, when you tweet, those 2,000 people get your tweet. Now, are they all going to be all on the same time? No. But the mere fact that when they get on and they go scrolling through their tweets, they're going to see your information. And unfortunately with Facebook, that's no longer true unless you are doing pay-per-click ads. Very important. So let's get on with the basics. First thing you need to do.
So the first thing I want to do is I do have a PowerPoint presentation, so I just want to make sure I can access it. Hold on, give me a sec. All right, here we are. All right, so I'm going to share my screen so that we can get it crack-a-lacking. All right. Stop. All right. Can you see our screen?
Yes.
All right. That's not what I want, though.
Oh, I was about to.
That is not what I want.
Nothing to do with Twitter.
I know, and I'm like, what happened to what I just saw? I don't know. Sometimes this thing has a mind of its own.
Yeah, she blamed it on the computer.
All right, here we are.
All
Ding, ding,
right.
ding, 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 ding.
Wil.Daria's Mastermind. What's working now? How to use Twitter for business. Twitter.
All right, hold on. So let me get to the slideshow. All right, here we are. Yes, so we're going to go over the basics. All right, so here is the basic understanding, because one thing I noticed when I first got started, I didn't really take the time to understand how the platform works, really the whole dynamic, learn the vernacular, all that stuff. And it's very important because when you're talking about Twitter, you want to use the Twitter vernacular or the Twitter language.
Yes, Twitter language.
So of course tweet. So we know that a tweet is 140 character. It's a message, which Willie has said, right? When you retweet, you're resharing and you're giving credit to someone's tweet. A retweet is pretty good. You know, you want retweets because what happens is that person that is retweeting or resharing your message, they're sharing it to their people as well as you are. So that means that your tweet is pretty good. A feed, that applies to all the tweets that you see when you open up your account. It can be, it's comprised of updates from other users that you follow. So in their feed, they're going to see your tweets. In your feed, you're going to see theirs. So when you scroll up and down in Twitter and even in Facebook, that is called a feed. I always hear Ray Higdon refer to handle. And when I think of handle, I thought about back in the days, you know, those people, those CBs that used to be on the CBs, and they used to say, what's your handle? And they would go breaker. Remember back in the day?
I remember the CD thing, but I never.
You remember, Rose?
You must have been dating a truck or something. I never heard nothing about no doggone handle.
Yeah, they used to say, well, my handle is such and such, and they would talk to all these different truckers, so it reminded me of that. I didn't hear what you said, Rose.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Yeah, so on Twitter, you know, someone may ask you, well, what's your handle? And when you are looking for someone, you put their handle, which is their username, and you use the @ symbol and their username, which is called their handle.
Right. So before we get into that, really basic, you want to go to twitter.com and basically you want to set up your account. If you are setting up your account primarily for your business, you want to use your name or something as closest to your name that you legally use as possible.
Right.
You want to definitely make sure that you put up what they call it, the background?
A banner.
A banner, excuse me. See, again, here you go with the vernacular. Yeah, you want to hook up your banner. Because, again, when people actually see you, you're going to see a picture of you, but you're going to have this big background, which is called the banner in the back. And if that's left blank, then people don't take you serious. Plain and simple. Straight talk for straight understanding.
Yeah.
So let's carry on.
All right. Next. All right. So you may see something like a mention. A mention is again your username, and it's a way to reference another user. Like what Ray Higdon does in his podcasts. His podcasts are fueled by questions that people have about marketing on Twitter. So he wants you to mention him by saying @Ray, right, or @Ray Higdon. I think his handle is @Ray Higdon. Now, if you just type in Ray Higdon, he's not going to get notified that you have a question. You have to put the @ sign and his username, which is his handle. So that's another way to alert someone that you want their attention, you're speaking about them, and it will get their attention. And then you can also have discussions in that way because, again, Twitter's going to notify them that you have mentioned them. So you'll
Exactly.
pay attention.
And also, you will know, once again, the effectiveness of what you're doing. Because, again, you don't take results or numbers and measure and crush yourself. You take numbers and you measure and assess yourself. So if you know that you're doing X amount of tweets per day and you're not getting no feedback, then chances are you are tweeting to the wrong people, or you've connected yourself to the wrong crowd. So in other words, there are certain groups that you can connect yourself to, but you should make those groups congruent with what you're doing. I mean, if you're marketing health products, then you should go into health groups or anything that might be associated with that.
Right. Also, you can direct message someone on Twitter. A direct message is a private message, and again, that's another 140 character message that would be going, that the message would be between two people, and you can DM, direct message, a user that is following you. So if they're not following you, you can't direct message them. And it's just you just want to use, have quick, short messages, no long dissertations. Anyway, it's not going to allow you to do so. And then if you want to communicate either further, you can get them on the phone, you can tell them to connect with you on Facebook, Skype, but you can't really do long conversations on Twitter. That's just a meeting ground, and then you take you would continue your message on another communication device.
And keep in mind that that's an asset to you, because the bottom line is you're going to get things moving. So you can direct people to exactly what you want them to see, as opposed to trying to win them over with some of words. So you can that 144 character thing can be used as an asset.
Yeah, it can. It really can. Now, the big thing that we always hear that is so popular amongst, I would say pretty much all the social media, is the hashtag.
Yep.
I remember back in the day.
Otherwise known as pound if you're on the phone, or the number sign.
Right? That's what we know, right? Right, Rose? The number sign.
Oh, yeah.
Us
Definitely.
Yeah, so when they were talking about the hashtag, I'm like, huh? What's that? So it's a way for others to find your tweets. So when you tweet, I would just say when you tweet, you want to hashtag certain search words like travel or make money online or network marketing, depending on what it is that you're talking about, any buzzwords or a word that someone would search, you want to put a hashtag in front of it, and just make sure when you do the hashtag, if you're using more than one word, you write it as one word, and then you'll notice it'll highlight. So that way, when someone searches for that, your content may be something that they'll see right away. It will definitely come up in the search. And who knows, yours might be first, So any topics that you want that you think people would search for, make sure that you hashtag that word. And you can also click on a hashtag to see all the tweets and the mentions on that particular topic in real time. So right then and there, you can see who tweeted about that particular topic. Making sense? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. So how you doing? You doing all right?
Turn her volume. That's what she talks to. Can't hear that.
I can't turn her volume up right now.
Okay.
But,
all right, Rose, when you speak, just speak a little louder so we can hear you.
Okay, because the volume
so
went
you
down
can
a
come
little.
up on the recording.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right, moving on. All right, so here we are. So now that we got through the vernacular, I wanted to go over the Twitter profile setup, because this is the most important thing that people pretty much gloss over and then want to know why people are not really interacting on their page. So the most important sections in your Twitter profile is your banner, your bio, and your link. And I'm going to go through each one individually. So the first one is your banner. So your banner displays your brand, which are your colors. your picture, like Willie said, your photo. And like ours says, create the ultimate lifestyle. So when someone comes to your banner, they get a sense of who you are and what you're about based on it. You can also put your other social media platforms that you have, your website. You can look at different banners of different marketers and get a sense of how you want to present yourself, and then you model after that. So that's an example. And after all of this, we'll show you our Twitter channel that we create. As a matter of fact, I'll show you mine because I did some stuff here that I talked about. I'm going to be talking about. Number 2 is your WIIFM. What is in it for me? When someone comes to your page, you want to automatically share with them why they should keep coming to your page, because you have something for them. So, for example, we have changing lives for creating the ultimate lifestyle. So, changing lives by creating the ultimate lifestyle. So, when you see me and Willie, you're going to think about creating the ultimate lifestyle because that's our brand. Also on your banner, you want to put your URL to your blog. So that your URL is your website link, if you will. And then you want to include links to your social media accounts like Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest. Okay, so that's the banner. Now your bio. Again, in your bio, you want to let people know, again, what is it, what's in it for me. So an example could be quality leads contact me every day. So you're letting people know I get leads every day. And then you can ask, how would 8 to 10 leads per day help you in your business? This is just an example. So you can use it, but just tweak it and, say it in your own way. But that's an example. You also want what is called a dynamic URL. At the end of your bio, you can include different URLs other than your blog. So I recommend that you change your URL depending on what it is that you're promoting that day. So let's say it's a webinar. So next week, we are going to be at another Snapchat Part 2 webinar. I would put that link there. And then that would be a good link to go to bit.ly and then shorten it and put that bit.ly link there. And then also your posts will reflect that. What is so cool is that it's clickable. I didn't even know that. So what a lot of people do is in their bio, they'll write, who they're about and no link. And that's the first thing people read is your bio. And if they're reading their bio and there's nothing to click, they're just going to go on and maybe look at some of your tweets or just go on to someone else. But automatically, people will click on the bio just to see what it's all about. And you can send them to a lead capture page. You can send them to a lead capture page to your opportunity, to whatever, whatever it is that you're promoting. So you can always go in and change that link, just as long as it's congruent with what you're offering on your bio. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was something pretty cool that I just learned not too long ago. So I will be doing that. All right. So the next one is your link. So there is a specific place for your link in your bio, and that should only go to your blog. And if you don't have a blog, then you want to send it somewhere. You want to send them somewhere where you're branding you. So it would be like your fan page.
Facebook.
Your Facebook fan page URL. I would use that. Or if you have
email. Anything.
Well, I don't know about an email.
Well, you would send them.
But I would put like a lead capture page to somewhere if you don't have a blog. But someplace that represents you, because that's a special space just for that, because I think it does say your website, if I remember correctly. So that means in your bio, you could put 2 URLs in there. And all this time I was thinking just one.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's 2 opportunities right there to capture leads. You know, you're sending them to your blog, and then you're also sending them to a lead capture page, to a product or service or a training. Another lead capture opportunity. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'll show you that. All right. So now that you have it all, you're all set up and you're ready to go. Now you want to start following people. So you want to start following people that are pretty much in your niche, or that are colleagues, that are your colleagues, which are other network marketers or online marketers. So you want to follow network marketing companies. So if you want to find out what network marketing companies out there, you can Google that and they'll give you a whole list of all the companies out there. And you can follow those companies and then put in the search those companies, and then you can follow their business owners. So there is a certain dynamic with the numbers. So you want to follow, I would say, anywhere from 100 to 200 people a day. You know, because the more you follow, then people will follow you back. That's how you build up your following. If you don't follow anyone, no one's going to follow you. Mm. You know, just by you putting up content is not enough. You got to have some kind of engagement. So if you have less than 2,000 followers of your own, you can only follow 2,000 people. So
no, 200. If you have less than
2,000.
If you have less than 2,000, they don't recommend you follow more than 200 per day. Oh. If you have 2,000 people, then you can follow as much as you want.
No, the numbers are pretty close.
Yeah,
because it will stop you.
Yeah, that's not
because I tried.
You tried, or you listened?
No, I did it.
Oh.
Yeah, I did it. So, you know. Basically, they want you to give before so you can receive. You know what I mean? The numbers can't be that much of a difference. You know, you can't expect to get X amount of followers and you're not following. You know, so they want the numbers pretty close to each other, or at least show that you're following somebody.
Yeah, well, it's crucial. You know? It's crucial. We need to get real clarity on that, because the trainer that I listened to, from what's his name, he said if you have less than 2,000, he doesn't recommend 200 people a day. And the reason for that is that unlike
that's what it says.
Facebook,
yeah, that's what it says.
Then why you? Never mind. Anyway,
I think we were talking about 2 different things, because I was up here and you were down here.
Oh. Okay, so that's what it was.
All right. So when you're opening up a new account, let's just make this clear.
Yeah.
When you're opening up a new account, you don't want to follow no more than 200 people a day. I recommend 100. 100 is good. And you can follow 200 people in 10 minutes, because it's not really hard. You know? So do 100 a day, and then you can build it up to 2. You know, and then once you get to like 2,000 followers, 3,000, then I would recommend automation. And you can start automating this, which we will cover in next week's training.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. So when you do this daily, targeted people will start following you organically, you know, because you're targeting.
What does organic mean? I don't know if anybody understands what that word means.
Oh, okay. So you know what they mean by organically, Rose?
Natural.
Do you?
Natural.
What do you mean by natural?
Yeah.
In relation to this business, because generally that's what the word organic means. But as it relates to the business, how would you define that? If somebody were to ask you, what do you mean by an organic list or organic following?
I guess without effort?
No, it's actually no. There is effort behind it. The distinction is that you can get a following by, let's say, joining a list or doing a solo ad.
Okay.
Right? So basically with a solo ad, you buy into somebody's list. So that's why XYZ has a list of 10,000 people, and he or she has it segmented to different types of things. People who like diet, people who are into sports, people who vacation, people who people. So given that you like to do vacations, you would go into his vacation pile. So he would charge you based on the number of responses that you're looking to get, and then you'll get a lead that way. That's not organic. That's kind of that's a solo ad. Now, an organic lead would be whereby you put out value. You do a Facebook training, you do a Twitter training, you do something, and then when people buy into or look into your training, you have a lead capture page that says, well, if you want this free cheat sheet on the training that I did, just leave me your best email, etc., etc. So that's a direct exchange. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the difference between what organic is and what is a non-organic lead.
Got it.
Right, right. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So our goal was to give you a basic understanding of what Twitter was, how to get it set up, how to get you going. So what I want to do now is basically show you what I was talking about to bring it home. So let's see. All right, so this is my account. All right, so you see we have the banner. And see here on the bio section where we're able to put 2 leads. You can see okay. All right, so I'm going to go into edit profile so you can see. So basically you can only do 140 characters here, so you really have to be creative and so that you can get your link in here. And then this is the link for the our blog. So that's the 2 links. That's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
And then you can change your theme color, let them know where you are. So it's pretty simple. This banner I did actually in Canva, and the dimensions are perfect. So basically, you're just putting the photo or the images that you want in the specific dimensions for Twitter, and then when you upload it, it just uploads perfectly. So you don't have to worry about it fitting and it's off or whatever. You know, I am pretty anal. I am pretty much admitting to my husband that I am anal. So I did it like maybe about 3 or 4 times because I just wanted it a certain way. You know, so in your banner, just make sure you always have your.
Y'all don't understand.
Make sure you always have your blog, your address to your blog, and then also your tag name or your brand. So this is our brand because we're just all about creating lifestyle. Okay. And our bio basically tells you how we can help you do that. So you see the congruency, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at here. Twitter gives you analytics right away. So far in the last 28 days, I earned 216,623 impressions. And impressions means that many people looked at my profile. So okay.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah. And I changed the banner because the banner that I had before was just a view of buildings and the water, the beach, but there was no words, no verbiage or anything. And I was still getting a lot of traffic, you know, a lot of people looking at my profile. So I decided to change the banner. And now that I have the link in here, I'm going to just track and see, you know, how many more leads I'm getting, because with the strategy that I'm going to teach you guys next week, I already got it. I would say that now our leads are pretty consistent, anywhere from, 2 to 3 a day consistently, so now with this extra link in here, there's no telling what can happen. And, I'm looking for my impressions to increase. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to share this in the group because that's pretty cool. Let me go back. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool, So I'm going to come on back to our webinar. And we're back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, do you think you have what you need to get your Twitter account started?
Yeah, I think I definitely need to do the hashtag thing. I've actually haven't been adding hashtags at all. So definitely going to fix that and work on improving the bio and create a banner. So I'm just definitely going to get to work. Yeah.
Yeah, so, Twitter, I'm having fun with Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. And a lot of our colleagues are there. A lot.
Are you communicating with these followers that you
Yes, I am.
every day, like the 200?
Well,
are you communicating or just following and waiting for them to communicate?
Well, it happens instantaneously. What happens is when someone follows me, a message goes out automatically thanking them for following me.
Okay.
But it's the automation is not me.
Oh.
So,
okay.
And then what the system does, the people that are communicating with you, whether it's by automated or they're doing it manually, the system will give them a shout out for the top interactors. So people are interacting with me, and then when I scroll down and I see stuff, I will manually interact as well. But the automation is doing most of the work.
Great.
And what it is, the main reason why you want automation, because the automation is doing your posting, is doing your interacting as far as people that are following you. Then you want to have time in your schedule to actually personally interact with people, to find out what's going on with them, what do they need, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Diane teaches us. She teaches us to basically get our leads ourselves and put them on our list. So after you're talking to someone, instead of, trying to shove your business down your throat, or, just tell them about your newsletter, and then, ask them for their email, and in most cases they'll give it to you.
Okay.
And you put them on, and that's a lead. It's going to come in as a lead because you're putting it in manually. So some leads will be organic, like Willie said, and then there'll be some that'll be led based on a conversation that you had with someone. But your goal is to get everybody that you talk to on your list. And through your emails and through your posting, they will come to the webinars, do a training, or buy a product, or join you. One or the other. One of those things. You have any questions?
No, that's great. Got it.
Okay. Well, Rose is a what is called a quick study, and she takes action. She gets right to work and takes her notes, and she gets going. So we're looking forward to seeing your Twitter banner and your bio, and we can feature it next week. And we'll go with we'll go with part 2, and part 2 will be the automation part, so that you can spend time doing other things like creating websites, funnels, and stuff like that. All right. All right, cool. So this concludes Willie and Daria's Mastermind, What's Working Now Mastermind. And we will see you next week.
Ciao.
At
Thank you
Okay.
for watching.
4 o'clock.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Share.
Peace.